What is up, everybody, and welcome to FLW Videos. With the recent introduction of Generation 4 Pokemon into Pokemon Go, a lot of people have some questions as to what Pokemon are going to be the best, whether it's the legendaries or the non-legendaries, so I figured we might as well go ahead and start with the top 5 non-legendary Pokemon. These Pokemon may come out of left field a little bit, and in some cases from attacking, they can outperform even the best legendaries of that type. So I'm very excited to talk about this. As you will see in the background, we do have one of the Pokemon featured on this list. But with that being said, let's get into the episode. Number 5. Yanmega with a max SP of 2,946. Yanmega is a dual-type Pokemon of Bug and Flying type. So the reason why I picked Yanmega is for two main reasons. One of them is because of the stats, and the second one is because of the moveset. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. If you go ahead and take a look at the stats, you will see an attack stat of 231. This is almost on par with some of the best bug-type Pokemon currently in the game. For instance, Pinsir or Scizor. But one thing that Yanmega has that the other two do not is access to a move known as Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz is a very good moveset, but has previously only been available for what is considered to be bad Pokemon in the game. But when you take a look at how this move stacks up against the move X Scissor, which is what Pinsir and Scizor have, you will see that Bug Buzz, as far as the DPS is concerned, is clearly superior. So I do think that for Yanmega having similar stats and having access to the best moveset available will put Yanmega in at the number 1 spot from a bug typing. Number 2. Weavile with a max SP of 3,005. Weavile is a dual-type Pokemon of Dark and Ice. So because of Weavile being a dual-type Pokemon, we need to go ahead and talk briefly about what I think it will be best at. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. What you will see in this case is a stamina that's not that great, but because of the stamina rework, it is going to be a little bit more usable than what it would have been previously. And go ahead and check out that attack stat at 243. That is going to be very close to the Pokemon that we will compare against. So let's go ahead and take a look at that moveset. As you will see, as far as the best moveset is concerned, Feint, Attack, and Foul Play is how we are going to look at Weavile from the Dark typing. There is some competition coming in from the Ice typing, which we will see later on this list. So when we are talking about Weavile, basically what you could compare it to is a Tyranitar. But here's the difference. It has a very similar set of stats as far as the attack stat is concerned, but having access to a moveset that is a better DPS than Crunch means that Weavile could theoretically outperform Tyranitar. But of course we are going to have to wait and see how it performs. Number 3. Mamoswine with a max SP of 3,328. Mamoswine is a dual type of Ice and Ground. So for this Pokemon, it was anticipated to be a great asset added into the game, and fortunately we can confirm that it is going to be great. First things first, talking about the stats, check out that attack stat at 247, so it does outpace Weavile from that perspective. Also outdoes Jinx and Articuno, which have been the leaders from the Ice typing. Other than that, if we go ahead and take a look at the moveset, that was the one thing that people were a little bit worried about, but go ahead and check this out. It does have access to Powder Snow and Avalanche. Now, although Powder Snow isn't necessarily the best quick move, because it does have access to Avalanche and such a high attack stat, it is undoubtedly going to be a great attacker from the Ice typing. Number 2. Rampardos. With a max SP of 3,298, Rampardos is a pure rock-type Pokemon, and I have to say I am so excited to talk about Rampardos because I honestly think it is going to come out of left field for a lot of people. When we're talking about a Generation 4 Pokemon that could theoretically outperform Tyranitar from that rock typing, this is the reason why. Check out that attack stat at 295, ranked out at 4th. The only issue is that defense stat at 109. The stamina though is pretty decent, so I do think it will be able to stay in the fight for a pretty long time despite having a low defense stat. But here is the biggest mystery to this, the biggest reason why Rampardos will dominate. Go ahead and check out this moveset. First things first, on the fast move, we have access to Smackdown, the best rock type moveset. Then secondly, access to Rock Slide, which is a 2-bar charge move, unlike Stone Edge, actually has a higher DPS. So not only did we get an incredible Pokemon with a 295 attack stat, we end up getting an excellent moveset and a double bar charge move. So do not be surprised if Rampardos is able to outperform Tyranitar, kind of taking away the crown. Number 1. Garchomp with a max AP of 3,962. Garchomp is a dual type Pokemon of Dragon and Ground typing. So with this Pokemon, it is absolutely insane how good its stats are in the game as far as an overall statistics are concerned. So let's go ahead and take a look at those stats. It will now be the 4th highest in Pokemon Go from a statistical standpoint, mostly because this Pokemon is extremely well-rounded. The lowest stat, of course, is the defense, but even with that, out of 500 Pokemon once Generation 4 gets completely added, is not bad at all. An incredible attack stat and also a very high stamina stat. The last piece that we need to look at is, of course, the moveset. But if you take a look at the moveset, there are no red flags for it. We have Dragon Tail and Outrage. So this will end up being a great asset added in for Garchomp. Of course, Garchomp may not be able to outperform something like a Rayquaza, but for having this Pokemon as a non-legendary option, it could easily propel itself into the number 2, number 3 spot from a Dragon typing. So that just about wraps up the video. As far as my thoughts are concerned, I did think that Garchomp was going to be a good option. I was a little bit nervous about Rampardos, but after seeing the moveset, I am completely sold that Rampardos will be an excellent attacker from the rock typing. So with that being said, let's go ahead and end on a question of the day. Out of all of these Pokemon, which is the one that you are most excited about? Definitely let me know in the comments section below. And if you want to let me know why, be sure to add that as well. If you do enjoy this type of content and want to know more about Generation 4 Pokemon, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Hit me like a